A psychiatrist who we have previously interviewed is issuing a warning about Donald Trump's mental state, suggesting that his quest for power could be spiraling into increasingly dangerous territory. This is Dr. Bandy Lee. Bandy Lee is a forensic and social psychiatrist trained at Yale, controversial figure without a doubt, spent years studying dangerous people in maximum security prisons. And she is turning her expertise to the Oval Office, and she says what she sees is extraordinarily alarming. Now, her central thesis that she lays out, and this is the host of the Daily Beast podcast, we're going to hear from Bandy Lee in a moment. The central thesis is Trump's aggressive power moves, mobilizing the agents to go after immigrants, deploying National Guard, all of it stems not from strength, but from insecurity. And that can be dangerous. Let's just watch a little clip of this podcast.
Do you think that Donald Trump has a sense of his own limitations?
Deep down, absolutely. And that is why he is constantly on guard. He's paranoid. He is doing whatever he can. People may think he's the most powerful man on the planet. Why does he need more and more? He's now accumulating ICE agents as government police force. He's now required every state to deploy 500 National Guard members to function essentially as a guard for himself against the people. Because when he demands this kind of powerful positioning of himself, he's doing so from a place of pathology. It's not a healthy demand. So he's doing so in a way that actually fuels his sense of insecurity, his own unfitness, his unbelonging. And so he will increasingly become more defensive and more dangerous.
So listen, the gist here is this is a feedback loop with Trump. And this is so common it's like a standard authoritarian analysis, quite frankly. A lot of authoritarians and dictators have these traits. The more power Trump demands, the more his underlying insecurity is revealed. And that is what Bandy Lee says makes him defensive and unpredictable. Now, Bandy Lee's outspokenness has cost her a lot. In 2020, Yale fired her after she claimed Trump supporters were experiencing shared psychosis. The university said this violates the Goldwater rule, which means you're not supposed to diagnose public figures without examining them. Now, of course, we've delved more deeply into the oranges of the Goldwater rule, and other doctors have said it doesn't really apply when it comes to some of these personality type disorders. Observing people through the media is actually enough. Now, despite the professional blowback that she's been hit with, Dr. Lee stands by the warnings. She says Trump's behavior follows patterns we see in violent offenders. They become more dangerous when their sense of control is threatened. 60% of America now blames Trump for higher grocery prices. We had a stunning blue wave rebuke of Republicanism and MAGAism and Trumpism on Tuesday night. Trump fears that he is going to lose control of his presidency if Democrats take control of the House in 2026. And so, of course, the administration dismisses Dr. Bandy Lee's concerns. White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson said, hopefully this doctor knows how to treat TDS. She can start with herself, referring to Trump derangement syndrome. But I try to see this as a message that transcends partisan politics, because what Bandy Lee at the core is calling for is for Congress, the courts, federal agencies to consult mental health experts who specialize in dangerous people before allowing Trump to consolidate more power. I don't know whether her warnings are going to be heeded. As this second Trump term unfolds, this is a major question. When unchecked power meets profound insecurity, and you add being scared like a cornered animal, how dangerous can it get? And history and psychology and the medical literature suggest it can get very, very dangerous. So my expectation is that as Donald Trump's place in power is increasingly threatened, both by the possibility of Democrats taking the House, the possibility that, I don't know, maybe some of those cases come back to haunt Trump, at least from the standpoint of investigations. I assume he will lash out more and only get more dangerous. Now, this would all be less of a concern if we felt that our institutions were strongly positioned to control Trump's behavior, and that when a court makes a decision or a judge makes a decision or a legislative body makes a decision, that actually has some strength and that actually has some teeth in order to allow enforcement. We don't have evidence of that right now because he's mostly gotten away with everything. So the way that I would see, I know there are people in the audience who say, oh, Dr. Bandy Lee, she's disgraced. Well, Dr. Bandy Lee has been outspoken at a significant personal cost to her. And you don't have to necessarily think every detail of her assessment is spot on to recognize traits of dangerous authoritarians and dictators in Trump. And we know that when those dictators start to get scared, they act out even more erratically. So I'll leave it to you. What do you expect to see from Trump and the administration over the next 3+ years, assuming that Tuesday's blue wave does portend significant downfall for Republican power over the next couple of years? Let me know in a comment. Let me know in an email, info@davidpakman.com. Our sponsor, Magic Spoon, has been with us a long time. They do the high-protein, zero-sugar cereals and treats, nostalgically reinventing some of my favorite childhood snacks. Many of you know, for me, cereal was not breakfast, it was a snack, and that is still the case. And what Magic Spoon has done is taken your favorite sugary cereals from when you were a kid and turned them into something you can feel good about. Magic Spoon is also launching a brand new high-protein granola, true to the Magic Spoon promise, packed with protein, crunchy, 13 grams of protein, 0 added sugars, and in delicious flavors like dark chocolate almond, honey almond, and peanut butter. They've got their high-protein treats as well, crispy, crunchy, airy, with 12 grams of protein in many flavors. And of course, if you don't love Magic Spoon as much as I do and our team does, Magic Spoon will refund all of your money, no questions asked. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/Pakman, or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. The link is in the description.